Welcome back to the everything absolutely fine. So what an episode it was. So emotional, so dramatic at the same time, so sad, and it would take you to the zones of your mind which you would never imagined, and super emotional. So before I start with the actual breakdown of episode number 4, I'll just give you kind of a spoiler-free review before. So पिछले episode में हमने ये देखा था कि she had kind of relapsed again. She makes a deal with that lady and then she takes all that drugs and she's going to sell it to people, but technically she just ends up getting that some of them by herself. And the sideline we have got to see this part of Cal where he is kind of set free, kind of having thoughts about his boyfriend when he was just little, and before even he could come out of the closet, he was kind of being uh, made a dad because his girlfriend was pregnant, and they end up marrying together. They have another kid, and that second kid is Nate. We thought his first kid was Nate, but his second kid is Nate, and then उसके आगे जैसे स्टोरी फ्लो होती है वी गेट टू सी a lot of things about Rue and Elliot having a thing for each other, but we are not sure about that, but we will get to see in this episode. So all in all this episode ये बहुत ज़्यादा इमोशनल है, ये बहुत ज़्यादा रियल है, बहुत अच्छी चीज़ों के बारे में बात भी इसने की है, एट द सेम टाइम ये आपको एक अलग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू देगा based on what things really are, what we feel it on the surface, but at the same time how much deeper our feelings could be, and हम कितने ज़्यादा hurt हो सकते हैं अगर फॉर एग्जांपल कुछ चीज़ें अगर हमने बहुत ज़्यादा पाइल अप करके रख दी सालों के लिए, एंड वो जब भी बर्स्ट होती है एक टाइम पे, वो जो पूरा एक ही टाइम पे जब भी वो सारी चीज़ें निकल आती है, वो बहुत ज़्यादा हर्टफुल हर्टफुल हो सकती है खुद को या फिर अपने किसी करीबियों को भी. So all in all, it was super crazy. It was super dramatic, super sad, super emotional, and yeah. So now let's start with the actual breakdown of episode number 4 of season 2 of Euphoria. Alright, so episode कुछ तरीके से start होता है. Rue and Jules are together and they are just having a moment, and they kind of are going deeper and deeper and imagining things about old mythology and how amazing she is, and imagining things about a lot of old love stories since a long time, and then she kind of just has this word that they kind of end up together. Finally we get to see, and they start with the episode, and in this episode we are definitely going to see a lot of crazy things, that it is again, like this year it is again her best friend's birthday, Maddie's birthday, and all of them are kind of planning this party, but she is literally so much in love with Nate, that she is not able to admit that to Maddie, and we kind of get to see this flashback scene where they were just kind of partying, and then when Nate had actually just घर पे आया था with those flowers, he kind of discusses that with her, that what's going on, are we going to be together, and then he just returns back to home, and he just having this fight with Cassie, that are they really together, do they want to be together, but she just becomes so much crazy, and she just kind of leaves him in that same way, and उसको खाली वही चीज़ एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश करती कि she is not the way that Maddie is. She is not fine with him being back together, and it kind of just makes her even more jealous. And at the same time, we see Lexi. Lexi's play is still in place. They just kind of try to hire someone, because जब भी Maddie वापस आती है, she just kind of becomes even more crazy, and Lexi just पूछने की कोशिश करती है कि because Lexi is very caring and she is one of my very an amazing character, which is kind of designed, but she could be cruel, because she is literally using all of her friends' uh, lives to create a play out of it. Similarly, the way we have seen in Gossip Girl, if you have not seen the first season, which was like so many years ago, which I recently saw it. Spoiler alert for anybody who's not watched Gossip Girl, you can just skip to 10 seconds. It is like at the end we get to see it is one of their friend who was writing all these things about that. And then we just get to go ahead and we see them ending up together once again. But at the same time, he is very much not sure, and because he is kind of more into Jules now, he is like Elliot is just thinking that should he go and tell Jules that it's still not clean, she is just that messed up. And they just go to a bar and they just steal some wine or some any kind of liquor, and then they are back at her birthday party where they are just kind of wondering what is going to happen. And even Nate joins them, and we see an emotional ride of Cal finally goes back to that same bar where we saw him in the last episode. And when he's literally going crazy, he's driving on the wrong side, doing things which he's not supposed to. And then we finally get to see Cassie breaking down because she just doesn't want to see Nate back with Maddie. And he's at that bar, he just having some fun time. He just remembers. And I love one thing I definitely love about the show is its background music and the amazing songs that they plug in, and the way that all the other stories kind of blend together. That was super super amazing. So at the time when Cal was having that same song when they kind of had played in the last episode, where he was just dancing and he kind of realizes that he should be with that guy, that same song kind of plays again, and that music. And at the same time, she is having her own fun, and they just ask like, is she always like that? Clearly they don't know about that. And then they just drop Rue off to her home, and she is literally on her own now. And then we get to see a part of her breaking down again. She just takes them, and then she just goes into altogetherly a different zone. So now we get to see at the hot tub party, they like they she like she just kind of wishes her happy birthday, and then she just asks her like, are you guys back together? So she was about to say no, like Maddie was about to say no, but even he responds and Nate says no as well, making the entirely a different conversation and putting all of them in a different kind of zone. Because and after that, when she says the same thing, like the things which he had said to the things which he had said to Cassie, the same things he had said to Maddie before, like he's in love with her, he wants to marry her, he wants to make babies and all. And then she just kind of bursts out and she just vomits all over the hot tub, which is very bad. And she just kept saying she's her best friend. I was about to see that while in because she's already high, she's already drunk. She could literally even spill the things that she's already sleeping with Nate, but she doesn't say that. And then we just get to see Nate getting back with Casey, with Maddie, and then they just kind of had a fight over here, and they just throw him out of that bar. And that was really emotional because we have never seen Cal kind of crying. So when he just and then we get to see a part of Fesco where things are literally not clear because they were having the deal with that lady. And like the baby mama showed up and asking her stupid questions because probably she might be asking questions about Russo. We are slightly unclear about that part. And then when they are actually going to be together, he kind of just tells Jules that the truth which he was not which he was kind of skeptical about. And he just tells her that she's been doing everything. And then she becomes even more mad and sad. But we get to see again an emotional part of Rue, that why she is doing this after all the years that she's been clean and all everything that she's gone through. Why is the reason that she still has to do drugs again. And then we finally get to see why that she's so sad. Like she just we imagine this thing that she just goes into that church where everyone is there, and she just hugs that person who is singing, which we later get to see was a kind of the voiceover, and she just tells that I really miss you, Dad. So she just kind of so that was her relapsing moment, that she just keeps missing her dad so much that she just dancing there alone, imagining things, and that was super sad. And then we finally get to see Cal's last part. He just comes back home. He just pisses over, and in literal form, he just pees over that entire foyer, and tells everyone that in his family, everyone has secrets. His mom has a secret of about some letters that she's been having with his old friend from a camp, and flirting on Facebook. Nate's life is very much secret, which is probably why Cal is not happy about that. He also knows a lot of things about his other son, who's been watching a lot of porn and stuff. And then he just says that you all kind of cornered me because I have a secret, and he's directly pointing that towards Nate, because Nate told him that they have their tape and everything. But at the end, he just kind of says that I have a problem, and this family is that problem, because this family has been not letting me to get emotionally attached to any of them, neither of his kids nor his wife. But at the end, he just kind of says that you people tried to corner me by like threatening me to leak my secret, but you have kind of set me free. And they just kind of he just kind of takes that family photo out, and he just kind of walks away, which was kind of making him free, but at the same time very sad. And finally, we get to see Fesco, and what would happen here? I think they are relating everything to Rue, and that crazy lady is going to come after Fesco, because Fesco is the one who kind of introduced her to that crazy lady. And then we just get to see Rue and Jules, and again the amazing part of the music and the cinematography, the way that these things are shot. She's still at her that bed, and the door kind of closes, and I think there's Elliot with her, and yeah, he is with her. And at the end, we just get to see even Kat is not happy with her boyfriend, but she's not ready to kind of break up, or do they break up, because this amazing sound keeps playing, and in slow everything is happening. So at the end of every episode, I love this amazing part, but at the end it was kind of weird, because there was a sign of a blood mark who someone wiped. So probably that scene could be between Jules and Elliot, and they just says that since before we existed, I've known. So that was the kind of a cliffhanger which we have now for the next episode, and that was it for the overall breakdown of episode number 4 of season 2 of Euphoria. Alright, so that is it for the entire breakdown and recap review. So do let me know what your thoughts are, because I am very concerned about like Rue, the way things are going ahead. At the same time, things what happened with Cal, were they kind of upsetting, or were they kind of relieving, because he is now kind of free. And things which have been happening with Cassie and Nate's storyline, they should be in a more clearer way, but they are getting even more messed up and more intertwined. So do let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and I'll be meeting you in the next video.